So many people think that AI videos are easy to generate, but fixing them is still a nightmare. If you're creating AI videos, the big unlock is not just generating clips, because generating clips is easy, right? But the second you want to fix it, extend it, change one part, or actually turn it into a finished video, everything slows down in your workflow. You're jumping between tools, you're downloading clips, you're re-uploading files, you're trying to fix one weird section, then you're generating clips again and again and again, wasting credits, and then sometimes rebuilding the whole edit again. That's why today I'm testing Seedance 2.5 inside of CapCut PC, because now instead of using one tool to generate the video and another tool to edit it, you can generate, edit, and extend the AI video inside of one desktop workflow. And to test it properly, I'm going to show you all 4 ways to use Seedance 2.5 inside of CapCut PC. First, let's be clear about what we're testing. This is CapCut PC, not CapCut Web. CapCut PC is the desktop editing app, and Seedance 2.5 is now integrated directly inside the desktop workflow. That means you can generate AI video, edit your footage, make natural language changes, and extend clips without ever leaving your project. So in this video, I'm testing 4 different paths. First, AI video. This is the main generation path inside of CapCut PC, where you can create an AI video and bring it right into your project. Second, the edit pilot feature. This is where you can use conversational editing to make changes faster without manually scrubbing through the timeline. And third, the AI edit feature. This lets you make a natural language change to a video segment, like adding, removing, or modifying content. And fourth, we're gonna look at the AI extend feature. This lets you lengthen clips and guide the extension with a prompt, so you don't have to build the entire sequence from scratch. The goal is not just to see if Seedance 2.5 can make a good AI clip. The goal is to see if we can actually fit it into a real editing workflow. First thing I want you to do is use the link below to access CapCut PC and try Seedance 2.5 in the desktop workflow. Download it for Windows or Mac and follow along with the video. So once you've downloaded CapCut and installed it onto your PC, you're going to see it show up here on your desktop. Double click the icon and let's open it up. So once you open up CapCut, this is the main user interface that you're going to see. This is your home base. Here at the top, you can quickly create a project. Down here, you have quick access to some of the tools we just touched on, like the AI video feature, the AI extend, the AI edit. You have this AI image feature, which allows you to do text to image and gives you access to some of the top Seedance models. Below this, you have an AI powered creative suite. So you have the video studio, the design studio, the AI ad maker, the long video to short, text to speech, and the extend footage feature that we saw earlier. Over here to the left, we have our main menu. Currently, we have home selected, which is this view that we're seeing here. Below the home feature, we have this templates feature, which is going to give us a lot of different templates to start working with. You have down here some of the AI features as well. So the video studio that we saw down here, the design studio. You also have more tools. Right now, they're giving away 300 free credits to new users to create right away with Seedance 2.0. Below this, we also have marketing tools as well. Down here, you'll be able to see your projects that you're working on. And the cool thing about CapCut is that anytime you close it out, it saves your projects for you, making sure you don't lose any of your work or your progress. So let's jump into our first workflow. Let's come over here to the top and click Create Project. This is going to open up a completely new project for us. Here in the center, you're going to have a preview of the project that you're working on. Over here to the right, you're going to see the details of the project. And on the left, you're going to have all the different tools and features that you can use to edit the project. Below this, you're going to have your timeline. So any materials that we bring into this project by importing them here or generating them with AI, which is what we're going to do now, will show up down here at the bottom. Now, if we want to use the AI features in here to generate a video, let's come over here to the left and we're going to click on this section here that says generate. Now, this is going to open up a drop down here and it gives us the option to either use the AI image, the AI dialogue scene, or the AI video feature. We're going to look at the AI video feature. So click here on AI video, and here you'll see that now there is a prompt input box you can type a prompt into to generate any sort of visual that you want. You can also attach a reference image here. And down here, you can see that Seedance 2.5 is currently selected, which is the top model from Seedance at the moment. Below this, we have different settings that we can customize. If you click this drop down, you'll see that you can make the video 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 30 seconds just by dragging this here. Let's leave it at, for now, 5 seconds. And down here, you can see the resolution. So you have 480p, 720, and 1080p for free. So let's do 1080p. You also have your aspect ratio settings and then the number of generations. So you can do 2 generations, 3 generations, or 4 generations at a time. For now, let's leave it on 1 so we don't waste our tokens. You can also turn on and off the audio. So if we turn off the audio, it will make sure that the generation comes out without audio in it. Turning this on or off means that the video will generate with or without audio. Below that, you can see the estimated credits for the settings that you currently have selected. So if I change this back to 720p, you'll see that now the credits have changed. So here at the top, you can see different options for generating your video. So right now we have image to video. We also have the Omni reference feature, which allows you to reference up to 30 images and 10 videos. Then you have text to video. So this is just straight without a reference. And then you have this multi-frames selection here, which gives you up to 10 reference images. Now, depending on the setting you have here, it will change the models that you can pick, because some models can't reference 10 images. But luckily, CapCut has this set up for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Just select multi-frames and it'll show you the model that it can use. And below each of those, you have these settings as well. So for now, let's try image to video. Here it says, describe your video and use only media you have rights and consent for. So we can attach an image. We'll do that in a second, and we'll generate our first video. Seeing as we could use a reference image for this video, let's actually come over here to the AI image feature. I've got a prompt ready here, and it says brown bear on a small rocket-powered vehicle. I've been using this aesthetic for a minute. It's sort of like a realistic camcorder visual. So let's see what we get if I use this, and let's come down here to the model. So these are the models here. If we click here, we'll see all the different models that we can use. For this, we'll use the Seedream 4.3 that it has selected, and we can do the settings. Let's look at the settings here. For now, this aspect ratio is going to be fine. We can leave it at 2K, but you can even get 4K resolution from this. But if we wanted to do something for Instagram, for example, we would change this to 9:16. Let's leave it here. I'm going to come down here to generate. And right now I have the option to generate this for free. So I'm gonna click here, and let's see if we can get our image first. Now here in the center, you'll see that a preview is showing up, and on the right, we'll see the images that it's generating. So let's give it a second and let's see the visuals that we get. It looks like it's giving us 4 options. So once we have those 4, we'll be able to pick from one and use that as our reference image in the AI video generator. So in less than a minute, we have our 4 visuals here on the right. If we click on one, you'll see the preview changes here in the center. And we can also see down in the timeline, we now have a piece of media there that we can start working with. So let's look at the 4 here. Let's click here. Here, you can see that it's already using character consistency because it's using the same bear in all 4 shots. It's just changing it up a bit, which is exactly what we need for AI video generation when using a reference image, is to have many visuals with consistent characters and consistent visuals. That way we can tell a story that's consistent and doesn't change through each generation. So now that we have our visual, which I think this first one is going to be fine, let's come down here to the download option, this little arrow here. If we click this, it will download the image for us. I'm going to save it on my desktop. We're now in the AI video feature. We have our image downloaded. I'm going to come here to add an image. So I've uploaded my image here, and as you can see, we can actually add more images if we need, but I think for now we'll just leave this one image, and I want to just get this character to turn on the rocket and start flying around it with the rocket. Now I'm going to describe the video down here in the prompt. So I'm using the same prompt that I used to generate the visual, so it keeps that raw grainy aesthetic and doesn't change during the generation. And I'm also going to add in something else here, like for example, brown bear on a small rocket powered vehicle causing havoc as he rides through the neighborhood. Perfect. Now I'm going to use Dreaminess Seedance 2.5 for this video, but normally what I would do is come down here and change this to Dreaminess Seedance 2.0 fast, which will actually lower the token usage for you and allow you to test out your ideas without burning through credits. But for this, let's check out the top model. So let's come up to Seedance 2.5. What I will do is lower the seconds here like we saw earlier, just to save on credits. I'm going to leave it on 720p. The aspect ratio that's set here is perfect because it fits with the project that we're working on, 16:9, which is good, like I said before, for YouTube. And I'm going to keep the number of generations at 1, again, to save on tokens. Now, let's come down here, and I'm going to click on generate. Here, it's letting me know that credits will be used. I'm going to say apply. Now, down here in the timeline, we had the image, and you can see that it's generating and adding the media. We can actually see that it's generating. It's currently at 16%. So let's give it a second and let this generate. All right, so our video is finished. It's in the timeline, and if we drag the mouse over this piece of media, you'll see that it gives us a little preview, but let's check out the full clip. So I'm going to come over here to the right where we can see now our images and our videos. It currently has the video selected. I'm going to come down here to the bottom, and I'm going to download the clip, and we'll check it out. So as you can see, Seedance 2.5 does not disappoint. It gives you a clear, high quality visual with sound, and it looks great. I think that shot came out perfect. But let's say we wanted to do some editing to this. Now there's lots of ways we can edit this clip inside of CapCut. Over here at the top left, you have all these options that you can use manually. For example, the audio, the text, the stickers, the effects, the filters, the adjustments. Also, if we scroll over, the transitions, the captions, templates, or the AI avatar features. But let's say you're a beginner and you're not a pro at editing, CapCut is going to make it easy for you because they have AI that will edit the video for you with simple prompts. So what I want to do first is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to left click here. I'm going to click here on copy. I'm going to come back to my timeline. I'm going to paste the copied visual here. I'm going to drag this down and we're going to work on this copy here so I can just really mess with it and show you guys how the edit pilot works. So we have the edit pilot here on the right. And if we want to use it, we can just click here on edit pilot. It's got both the videos here as reference in the prompt input. If you wanted to add anything else, you can always click in the prompt input box and put an @ symbol and it'll pull up any image or clip that you have on the timeline in the project. For now, we don't need to do that because it's already selected the clips here for us, but I am going to get rid of one of these. So if I click on it and I delete it, it'll just get rid of that for us. I can easily tell it something like add a cinematic filter. And let's see what it does with this. Hit enter. You can see that the pilot is thinking and here it's responded. It says, got you. I'll first analyze the footage vibe and then add a cinematic filter that fits it. You can see that it's processing here and it's giving me some recommended filters for us to use. So it's making it really easy for you. And back in the project here in the preview, we can see that from this clip and this clip, the colors actually change because now it has a filter. We can actually see the filter that it selected here on the timeline. It says golden sunshine. If we wanted to change anything, we could always come back to the chat and say, try another filter, more moody. There it goes. It's thinking again. It says, got it. I'll first analyze your video's vibe to pick the perfect matching moody filter for you. And let's see what it does with this. So now it's added a green and orange filter. You can see it on top of the other one. And if you wanted to change any of these, you could just click on this one, for example, where you just delete it and it'll get rid of that for us. And of course, we can see up here the preview of our edited video. And then in the right here, we can see the other options of filters that it's giving us. So the edit pilot makes it really easy for you to just chat with it and to get your ideas into the project without being a pro at editing. And there's another feature here that we should look at that's going to help you edit this even more using prompts. Let's come over here to this pencil icon that has a little star next to it. That is the AI edit feature. Let's click this. Let's break this down here. So we have the prompt input box. We have the model here. We can click this and it'll let us change up the resolution. So let's say I tell it to make the rocket yellow. So I'm going to tell it to make the rocket yellow. It's going to use Seedance 2.5. I'm going to keep it at 480p because we're still coming up with ideas and I don't want to use too many tokens, right? I want to keep this light. So let's keep it at 480p. If anything, I'll upscale it. Here it says the amount of tokens it's going to use. I'm going to click here on this little arrow, which is going to input this prompt. Click here on apply. And then here we can see that it's editing the clip using AI. The AI edit feature here will actually use AI on the clip to generate and change things up for us. So let's give it a second and see what we get. Now we can see the clip in the timeline with the yellow rocket. We have the preview up here. It was a little bit of a lower resolution because I wanted to save on tokens, but we can always upscale it by exporting it at a higher resolution when we finally like the finished product. So this makes it very easy for anyone to make changes to AI generated content all within CapCut. You don't need to jump into any other apps. You have everything inside of this one tool. You can add any of these assets to your project just by clicking here on this plus icon and start building out your story. Now, let's say we wanted to extend this clip so that the bear flies off into the sky. So let's come over to this icon here. This is the AI extend feature. So let's click this. This allows us to make the clip longer or extend it by just dragging either end of it and using AI to generate what we need. So let's come here. So I'm going to click here on AI extend and I'm going to drag this over. So now it's added this here, but we still haven't generated our clip yet. We can see the prompt input box is shown up again down below here. This feature is going to make it really easy for you guys to continue to tell a story once you have that first clip. And it does a lot of heavy lifting because if you didn't have this feature, you would need to take frames from your original clip and use those to generate anything else to continue to tell your story. But this is going to make it real easy. So let's come down here and I'm going to type in the bear on the yellow rocket zooms down the street and flies off into the sky. So here we have the option to actually use Seedance 2.5 or Seedance 2.0 mini again to save on tokens. Now, if we leave it on Seedance 2.5 and we leave it on 480p, we look here, you'll see that it's 792 tokens to generate this scene. But let's say I'm not sure and I want to try a couple shots. before I really make a decision. We could always change this to Seedance 2.0 mini. We can leave it at 480p, or we can change it to 720p. And you'll see that even at 720p, it's only 316 tokens, saving us a lot on tokens. But for now, I'm pretty set on the idea that I have here. So let's do Seedance 2.5. We're going to change it to 480p, and we'll do exactly what I said before about upscaling it when we export. I'm going to leave it at 4 seconds, and I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to hit enter. Click on apply, and let's give it a second and we'll see what we get. As you can see, we had character consistency between the two clips. We could fine tune it with the editing features in here. And the Seedance models really give you so many possibilities to start building and generating high quality AI content. You can truly break it down second by second and tell a story. And for a lot of you, I think this is going to be a big time saver and just lets you jump right into the creative process without having to deal with the hurdles of learning all these types of workflows outside of a tool like this. This is built for creators, perfect for anybody looking to create content for their brand or their business. It's simple, it's easy to use, fast, and affordable. Take it from somebody that generates AI content 24/7. CapCut is definitely one of my go-to tools. So I hope you all found this video helpful. Make sure to go down to the link in the description and the pinned comments. Download CapCut PC for either Mac or Windows, completely free. Get access to the best tools and the top models like Seedance 2.5 and start generating high quality AI content today. For those new here, I'm the avatar of John Kelly, one of the minds behind Digital Creator AI. We built this channel from scratch to over 110K, and we're helping creators and solopreneurs master the best AI tools, workflows, and strategies. So if that sounds like you, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Also, don't forget, if you want to turn your content on social media into an actual online business, you're going to need systems. So for a limited time, I'm hooking up my viewers with a free Instagram DM and comment automation tool so you don't have to pay for expensive apps like ManyChat. You'll never miss another comment or DM on Instagram, and I'll personally show you how I use it to get leads while I sleep and sell digital products on autopilot. If that sounds like something you need, the link is also down in the description. Sign up and let me know what you think. Now, if you're interested in taking your AI generated content to the next level and making sure your hooks, scripts, and copy sound authentic and human, watch the video showing up on the screen, and I'll catch you all in the next one.